Hello guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Olaita Rachel Oluwafemi. In this video, I'm going to be telling you a story of how the Holy Spirit helped me through something I thought I could not do. This video is just to encourage you to depend on Jesus because He's the only one that can do it. Trust me, He is the only one. If this is your first time on this channel, if this is your first video on this channel, kindly subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that you get informed whenever I drop a new video. Sincerely speaking, you do not want to miss inspiring videos like this, because this kind of content, they spoil you to do things that are extraordinary. They spoil you to do things you think you cannot do. See, at the end of today, at the end of this story, at the end of this content, just stay tuned. At the end of this content, you will know that the Holy Spirit is real, and you would not want to leave this channel. You always want to stick to new videos that drop on this channel. So please stay tuned. Okay, let's get right into the video. Feel I'm sure you can feel the excitement on my face. But honestly speaking, I want to share this story and I'll be looking for a platform to do that. And I thank God that I have a YouTube channel where I can do that with my family members. Sincerely, Jesus is real, and the Holy Spirit is real. See, just make him your lifestyle. Make him where you dwell 24/7. Just make him your everything. It all started like this. On, I think it was an afternoon, I got a message from the brothers' court of my fellowship back then in school. I checked it. So, okay, I was going to minister on what exactly, and I saw a Christian dating a year. So, at that point, I was dumbfounded. Why? Because Christian dating is an issue, like it's controversial, and I know you know. Yes, it is controversial. And I'm like, God, even me, I need answers to these questions because I grew up in an environment where our parents would tell me that don't date, don't have this, don't do that. I quite understand them. But then when it comes to some worldly terms, in quotes, worldly terms, they feel like don't date, you get, don't do this. So they expect that we go straight into courtship. I want to understand now that it's because of their conservative mindset. They think this. I can't go into the meaning of dating. I would have loved to explain my own understanding of the concept so that you can get the perspective I'm talking from. But then it's just let me just summarize it here that dating is not a sin, especially when it is done the godly way. When it is done the godly way. So it all started that way. So I was thinking so hard that how do I go about it? That was how I started praying, and then the Holy Spirit started dropping certain things like dating, the meaning of dating. Probably if there were people who dated in the scriptures, the Bible will never tell you that dating, just like there's no rapture or there's no courtship in the Bible. But then I started like I was picturing if I can like cite examples of people who actually dated, what their dating life resulted into, if I can use something like that. So a lot of things were just dropping, a lot of things. That was while I was praying. So I started noting them down, and then I went online. Note, I never immediately go online the moment I saw the letter or the moment I received the letter. I prayed. That's the essence. That shows that you're not depending on your flesh, but you're depending on the Holy Spirit to teach you what you don't know. That's what a lot of people see. This social media thing and this internet thing has really spoiled us that we don't even know the next thing. That we should rather go to God and let Him direct us to the right quarters. We rather go to the wrong quarters, and then when we are now confused, we now go back to God. Do you get to know? I went to God straight, and He directed me to some things, and I went to my phone and then I started searching. While I was searching, I started getting certain things, and even from there, the Holy Spirit was like inspiring me to more on other things I can talk about, and I started noting them down. Even as I was making my research, I started noting them down. I developed a note. That was just my first draft because I knew that I was going to edit it, reshape it, and all. So that was how I started receiving nudgings to ask people what is their perspective. Let me see. Okay, if I want to, let me. It's just like asking the people I want to minister to what their take is. So I used this set of people as my yardstick to measure what the thought of the people I want to minister to would look like. So I started asking people what their notion is about dating. And one person said she believes it should lead to marriage. It shouldn't be something that you do for fun like the people of the world who do it, and like the people of the world we like date 5 people in a year with no focus, with no view. But then as a believer, you do things differently. Yes, you do things differently. Ensure that it is with marriage, and if you're not there for fun, you're not there to mess yourself up. No. Ask somebody also, and he said that dating is not a sin, but then it should be done in the culture of the kingdom. Just like we all do wedding, and then our wedding is not always like the people do it. Even our marriage, the way we live with ourselves is not always the way. So there should be a distinct difference, yes, between the dating of a believer and an unbeliever. So basically, he said dating is just a time where you get to meet, where you know each other, where you build friendship and companionship. So that was like an eye opener for me. So I started to build on it. A lot of people do not know this, that dating is just like talking stage. When talking stage is just, it's just that. It's just a time where you get to know each other and then build friendship. So the way you now make use of that talking stage depends on whether it is seen or not. And that is why our parents do not even want to hear anything called dating, because the way the world plays it, the way the world of shows us what dating actually is, has really been bastardized. So while preparing for this message, God also led me to a book. And this is it. See? Did you see that? The making of the makings of a fruitful courtship. The making of a fruitful courtship. Jesus Christ, this book has been at home for maybe 1.5 years now. My sister got it. And we've been looking at each other, me and this book. I never bothered to even check it. It was this time. It was like that book was bought for me. So it was this time that I needed to, okay, what is the difference between dating and courtship? Because this is another mistake a lot of people make. A lot of people make the mistake of courting. And so I wanted to know the difference between it. And so I got this book. And aside from the fact that this book really opened my eyes to know the difference, it really helped me to even gain more knowledge on certain things about courtship. Because this man, evangelist Light Akintoye, together with his wife, were interviewed, and then they shared their own experience of how they got to meet each other, and then how their courtship days were, and how they eventually got married. So I got to like get so many knowledge. And you know what this thing did for me? It really solved the greatest fear of my life, especially towards this program. And that is question. I know that if I go there to minister, whatever I minister, I thought I prepared. But what if somebody asked me a question I never prepared for? That was like my greatest fear while preparing for this. And I was still trusting God, praying. So I never knew that the leading to read this book was preparing me to answer that question. See, do you see the way God works? We just need to like depend on Him. That's just it. Depend on Him. And whenever He's giving you nudgings, just obey. Just obey. Don't even try to think about why you're doing it. Just do it. Because at the end of the day, I discovered that what I read here, my discussion with my sister, my discussion with the other brother, those two, like these three things that the Holy Spirit led me, these three actions that the Holy Spirit led me to, really, really worked. Because I gathered examples from both discussions. I gathered the meaning of dating, actual dating from somebody, and I also get examples from this book that helped me to give response or question, answers to somebody's question. So I was not met unguided. Like it was like God really equipped me for this ministry, for this ministration rather. God really equipped me. It helps me to gather so much information. It helps me. So how does this even me? I was like, God, I'm already talking like a marriage counselor or a relationship coach. I was so surprised, and it was God. It was God. I told God, I said, Lord, I'm trusting you. I do not want to justify anybody's action. I do not want to please anybody that they should start saying that, yes, this is Stan knows about it. Yes, all those are our parents. No. I tried as much as possible with the help of the Holy Spirit to balance things up. I helped them to see the perspective of even our parents, and then help them to see this perspective as well, that they can do dating differently. In fact, they can convince our parents who think dating is wrong. The truth is that dating is the beginning of any relationship. Every of our father and mothers, they all dated, but they would never claim it because it is wrong. The process of getting to know each other is called dating. So every partner, every couple of now once dated, but they claim it's courtship. But courtship does not just start like that. Now, the essence of all our messages this morning is that trust God. Just trust Him. Give it a try. Because I was surprised at the end of the day that me, that literally know nothing, or that wants or is looking for an answer for this thing, now give answers to people's questions. Like, it's so funny. If anybody will see me now, they will think I'm a pro. God, it is Jesus. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trust me, the Holy Spirit is the best thing that can happen to you. Just trust it. So I'll see you next time. This will be the end of today's video. So see you next time. Please do not forget to subscribe. Share this video. If you were blessed, please like and then share this video with your friend. If you want me to share the slide of my presentation, or you want me to probably go through it with you so that we can talk more on what dating actually is, probably you're confused, or perhaps you have spoken with one of your friends at one point and you guys were arguing about dating or not dating in Christianity. Don't worry, God has given me answers to those questions. So if you want that, please drop in the comment section. Let me know your thought on that.